Let's talk about books, Shody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Let's talk about books, Jody. Let's talk about you and me. Hey y'all. Welcome back to Book Club.
All right. We're here at Book Club.
I love books.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
books. I love books.
Okay, I did it. I got my Libby subscription. I went to the library. Thank goodness. It's gonna save my family at least $200 a month.
I love the library.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that I'm like, waiting for a book. I'm not very patient because we really want to deep dive a book series, but I'm waiting for it. So, what did you consume this week, Shelly?
I got some good stuff. Okay, you guys. I didn't know about this growing up, but I guess everybody else did. And I don't even, and now after I read it, I don't think I would have ever read it if people did not recommend it, but I did. And I can't believe this dark book series is so coveted. The writing is fantastic. I get it. I get the writing. B.C. Andrews, Flowers in the Attic.
Oh my gosh, Shelly.
So dark.
I read that. It's so dark.
Heavy. I had to do a walk off. I mean, it was so friggin' heavy. And I will read Petals on the Wind because I have to know. But man. And the sad thing is, I felt like it just mirrored so many of the stories that you watch on TV all the time, Jody. All the like the crazy people that
the crime stories.
Yeah, well, the lady that her and Jody, whatever, like
Hildebrandt.
It mirrored that, and just people just being so selfish and gross. I just can't. I revisited Lola's Light because we're getting ready to interview Liz Scanlon.
Yeah.
And I love all of her books. And so I can't wait to deep dive with her. And I love Liz Scanlon, and I give her books to as baby gifts all the time. That is all of her books are so fantastic. I listened to Told You So from Macy Neely, who's one of those Mormon TikTok girls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that that audio was
what did she tell us though?
I mean, what was my takeaway?
Yeah.
Entitled.
That she's entitled? Wow.
Entitled. And
interesting.
Yeah, I was like, again, the Mormon community does a great job of journaling. I think it's so smart. That's my big takeaway. Everybody should be journaling, because if anything happens in your life and you need to write a book, you already have it.
Well, unless you're Ruby Frankie, who journaled all of the terrible child abuse acts that she did on her kids.
Yeah.
So then it becomes evidence for your crime. So don't do that, dummy.
Yeah. Be careful what you journal. But
well, don't beat your kids either.
Yeah, don't beat your kids. Yeah. Good point, Jody. Good point. That yeah, I just, yeah, I was a little like shocked by the entitlement. But she's also very driven and has lots of
Give me an example of entitlement.
Like she was a big tennis star.
Mm.
And she played tennis, like, full scholarship. Her sister was the tennis coach. The whole team was like nepotism. She definitely was very, very driven. But like when she went back to play tennis after breaking all the Mormon rules and getting pregnant and having a baby, they let her come back. And her mom came and lived near Brigham Young so that she could play tennis, and mom would take care of the baby. And then she went out and hung out with her friends and had like a normal life. And it's what she expected. It wasn't, I'm grateful that my family made all these sacrifices for me. And she lied and cheated and took advantage of it. And I just was like, man, your parents made so many sacrifices to help you, and then you're lying to them. Wow. And, it just was like, very honest, very straightforward. She just felt like, that's what she deserved. And that is the lifestyle she expects. And, even after having kids and, I don't know, I don't know, entitled. I mean, that's the whole time I was like, wow, you don't understand these gifts. These are gifts. These are not necessities.
Right.
And she does say, I understand that, I have privilege. But the ask of the parents constantly was just mind blowing to me, and the parents willing to do it. It was like, okay, and I appreciate the parents willing to do it, to make all these sacrifices, because they want to see their kids succeed. They want to see their kids have all these opportunities, and so she did go through some abusive relationships and overcome them, and she speaks very frankly about them. And I don't think she takes her ownership of her part in them, yeah.
Well, I think, I haven't read the book.
Yeah.
But I will say, it's kind of a hard thing when you're a victim and you've been abused. It's never okay. But sometimes there's some red flags and some toxic relationships. And it's like when Danielle Cobb said, like, I'm going to chop up the saying, but when she said, sometimes you could be addicted to chaos because you're not, you don't know, like.
That's where your safety is.
That's where your safety is. And so sometimes we get trapped in kind of a way that's terrible. And I think when you can back away from it and get out of the toxic relationships and not set a pattern for yourself, it's really like, it's a good thing. Like, but I know sometimes I know I've been in a bad relationship, one bad relationship. And there were times when I didn't see it for what it was at first. Now looking back, I'm like, oh, okay, these were controlling things for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You learn and grow. And that is.
So you can get trapped in it and not know, and that you can play into it, unfortunately, seeking that chaos in a way. But
for sure.
I don't think we're blaming the victim at all.
No.
Like, it's okay to say, oh, I should have seen it or I should have gotten out. But sometimes you're kind of trapped in it. So.
No, and I'm not blaming the victim at all.
Did she do the audio on the book?
She did.
Okay.
And she did a great job. I mean, but it is, you can even hear, like, her bitterness about certain things, and it's like,
well, that's not gonna help you to be bitter.
Girl.
I have to tell you, I think it's interesting that you chose that book. I don't mind watching them on TV. I don't want to get that deep divey into it.
It's because Heather Gay. Is that her name? Heather Gay.
Yeah.
Her books were so good. So then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, wait a second. These Mormons, like their journaling is
like you want to know more about them.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is impressive. And I just wanted to, I mean, I think humanity is so interesting. And this, I just had this reminder the other day. And I've been like this for so long, you guys. This is not new, but it just slapped me in my face the other day. One night, I think it was me and Laura, we were at the Broken Spoke, and there were these tall British guys there, and they were in from Bridgewater. They were performing, and their friends were like, you have to go to the Broken Spoke. And so they just wanted to learn how to dance. And so Laura and I danced with them, and we stayed connected to them. Like we have followed their story. It's Peter Brunell is the music, and I played it all the time. I was like, I've always been I want to hear your story. I want to hear your story. I'm not like a surface. I want to dig and deep and like, and Coulter started playing NFB the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard the song in so long. But it was like, Shelly, you've been doing what we're doing with podcasting.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
Oh, for sure. You're a long game.
I'm a long, and it's something that I'm passionate about. Is like, I want to hear your story, even if I disagree with it. And I think you're entitled and an asshole, and I still want to hear it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, you're like the Barbara Walters of our time.
Well, I try not to be judgy, but sorry.
I know. I think I'm just
I felt like she was a little entitled.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, she probably would admit she is. I get it. Well, I have read, thanks to Libby, I have read Matthew Perry's Friends, Letters, and the Big Terrible Thing. Oh my gosh. I just want to cry.
So heavy.
I want to go and hug him, but I know he's passed, but I'm like, just listening to his, how addiction can just take over, and before you know it, you're doing the things that you never thought you would do to get your brain to stop, your anxiety to stop, your sadness, your insecurities, your imposter syndrome to be quiet, your those intrusive thoughts, all of it. Like, it's so well done, but after reading it and then knowing that he passed, I just wish he was still here after putting the book out. I wish he had been here longer, and that he could be on the other side of it all. And I know that some of the people that were caretaking him, that some of them are serving some time in jail. And, it's so sad. It's such a cautionary tale. And it felt like just such a roller coaster. Like he would be doing good and then down, and then good and then down, and then good and then down. And he just never seemed to get off of that awful roller coaster ride. But the world was rooting for him. And then Shelly was the Libby she downloaded for me before we were yours. And the story is about, in the olden days, how poor families during the Great Depression time, if they could not take care of their kids, or the government thought that they couldn't, or doctors thought they couldn't, or whatever, that they would give their kids away and give them to wealthier families. And then the wealthier families would raise the kids. Some of them were extremely abused, neglected, and everything that goes with abuse. But it's really about families staying connected, and your roots can still be, still diving into your roots where you came from. And then the sisterhood, and oh my gosh, how sisters and siblings can be so important, and how they can draw you out of the depths of the saddest of things when you're that connected with people. So in the end, these two sisters are aging. One has dementia, and the other, they've both been placed into retirement homes. And May is just the spunky fighter, and she sees her sister Judy, and Judy has dementia, but when she sees May, she's like, all her memories come back from her childhood. And but one thing May says is like, what's hard is, when you get older, people start to see you as a burden. And I was like, oh no, that's so sad. I was like, no, I don't think people see older people as a burden. I think that it can be felt that way for sure. But I think, watching Graham as she's aged, definitely not a burden, but just that this is my first time dealing with somebody with aging issues, living in a retirement facility, because all of our family died so young. So I don't even know, how it works out, but try to be there as much as you can. And I've seen a lot of our friends with aging parents and how the roles have been reversed, and they're the caretakers now, and that it's not a burden. It's our first time on earth doing it.
Exactly. We're all learning. We're all learning how to navigate it.
Right.
And we're learning a lot, because we don't want, the care of ourselves falling on to our loved ones.
Right. So that's why Shelly's moving to a 55 and older STD joint.
Yeah,
the village.
I'm going to get my STDs from the village.
No, I'm making a joke, but I think what it is, when you have kids, there's a loneliness in having kids at times. For sure.
Of course.
You're at times on an island, but having kids, there's more resources to pull from. Like, you have your siblings having kids, you have your friends having kids, and then other kids are around your kids. And so you're kind of raising your kids with other kids. And then you build like a group. When you have an aging parent, and if you have parents that have, disabilities or dementia or, aphasia or any of those things, or an illness, it gets lonely for them and only for you, because you're kind of in an isolated situation with them. And even if you take them out and about, it's more of like you're doing a caretaker thing, and it's not like, hey, let's go to the playground. I mean, you're taking them to things, but it's more of like you're doing a care situation.
Yeah.
And so it's a little harder. It's a little hard to navigate. And none of us have been, I didn't know how to do any of this. I'm just winging it, but trying to get Graham out as much as possible is something that I try to do. But then with dementia is tricky, because then they say, well, it's hard for her to get back in her systems. And then she gets angrier about leaving and going back to her place. But that's where her life has been lengthened, because she's eating and taking her medicine and things of that sort. But I don't know. Maybe we're doing it all wrong. Maybe we should just have everybody move in together. And I don't know what the right answer is. But I know it made me think, oh, I don't want anyone to think they're a burden.
Agreed.
So,
you don't want anybody to and if somebody feels it is a burden, because caregiving is exhausting, and it is they do have caregiver fatigue, and they do it is a real thing. And having a lifelong person that is on my caregiving list, it is. I'm so grateful that Adrian and I give each other tag out opportunities to regroup. Not everybody has that opportunity, and it is a cherished gift, and I celebrate it and acknowledge it. When somebody has, somebody else taking care of their loved one, I'm like, go live right now. Go. This is your opportunity. This is not when you sit around. This is you don't get a lot of these. I'm like, go live,
go do some self-care, because it's a long marathon,
And so, but it's no joke, and being mindful of it, and for us to be mindful of it and try to prevent it as much as possible is
one thing. Shelly has been really smart, and for those of you that have a 2-story house, try to find a place to put a downstairs bedroom if you can. And also, like, our house is not set up for aging people, like, as we're getting older, because our bathtubs still have the lip on it. There's stairs to the big shower. We have a very rambunctious golden retriever who will barrel you down. But just start being mindful of those changes, because people like having some physical situations going on, or watching Mary Wynn. Luckily they had space downstairs in the office to put a bed. I said, are you going to move that bed upstairs? She goes, nope, I think that's going to be a permanent downstairs bedroom, which I'm like, smart. But just be really mindful of your setups.
Even simple things, and this sounds ridiculous, but like your stairs are straight down the whole thing, are so dangerous. Having that turn so that you don't fall down an entire flight of stairs is it's such a meaningful design for safety, and people don't even think about it. They go so aesthetic that they forget about, like, why did they build it this way? Why did they have it this way? Anyway, it's just
well, I have your book that I
have 2 after you're done.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So this one was recommended by Lisa Barlow, my friend from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And she mentioned a book on the show, and I think somebody kind of stole one of our friends' lines. You read? Or they said, I didn't realize you read. She's like, I'm a big reader.
I love when we get quoted.
And it's The Secret Lives of Trees. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So, being out at the ranch, we had an orchard of pin oaks, PIN oaks. And not far down, there's Pin Oak Creek and all of that. Well, there was a drought and a freeze and a drought and a freeze and a drought and a freeze and probably a beetle. And that orchard of those beautiful pin oaks is dying out, which I'm so sad about. And then the pines are growing really stately and beautifully, but I know pines have a different relationship with other, they kind of drown out the other trees at times. But I was telling John before he went out to the ranch, I said, you need to read The Secret Lives of Trees, because it talks about, and Lisa was talking, my friend Lisa Barlow, she was talking about the book and how she's such a big tree person.
I love trees.
I love trees. I love trees. Most of the art in my house are trees, if you really look at it.
Same.
But it goes into like how trees do communicate, how chopping down trees and clearing out the trees, how those could be the mommy tree or the daddy tree, and they're protecting the baby trees, and they're giving some of the nutrients to the baby trees. And so I was telling John, even with stumps, they were like, leave the stumps. That's actually good for the ground if you can, because we'll just burn those things or pull root.
Well, we were talking about, because we were out at your ranch, and Hayden was like, why are they burning it? And I was like, oh, I think it's to free up root space for other. And he goes, I think they are intertwined, so you're burning the roots of the other ones too. And I was like, oh,
well, I want to see if I can get this author to come out to our ranch and tell us what we're doing right and wrong, because he was saying, he goes, trees communicate with one another. Here's an example. He said some trees, and I don't remember the name of it, but like if a giraffe comes up and starts eating the leaves, they send out a message, either electrodes, like electric messages, or they put off a scent that there's an intruder. And there are these one trees that when an insect comes and starts climbing on and eating the tree, it will release a scent. And that scent warns the other trees, which I'm like, what are they going to do? But then it sends the scent that brings a predator that is attracted to that scent to eat those invaders.
That's what they do. Jody, this is my next book.
You're gonna love it. It's I started listening to it. I was listening to it when I fell asleep. I was like, oh, I gotta restart the whole book, because I was like, this book is speaking my language.
Oh, good. I can't
wait. Thank you, my friend Lisa Barlow.
Yeah, I love it. Man,
so definitely read it.
Okay, I called this our January book of the month for adjacent.
Yes.
Wally Lamb. Okay. Wally Lamb.
Alrighty.
Such a phenomenal author. Phenomenal. I read The River is Waiting. You guys.
The River is Waiting. Okay.
Yeah. And it mirrors the story, like Christian Bolden's story.
Okay.
Corby Ledbetter, had a misstep and a huge, horrible, he lost his job.
Yeah.
And then he just started
spiraling,
abusing drugs and alcohol and a medication he was prescribed. But he started abusing it and had a horrible, tragic thing happen. And the story, Wally Lamb is such a beautiful author. The audio is fantastic. It's one of Oprah's book club. Everybody loves this book.
Okay.
It is fantastic. Please go read it if you haven't. I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. Sounds sad.
It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. But it reminded, I feel like it depicts the prison system, and I don't know, I had that section of the world blocked off in my mind until I met Dr. Christian Bolden, our Super Bowl champion. And I had that part blocked off in my mind. Like that is not something I need to reflect on.
Right.
Even Orange is the New Black. I was like, I had to put that in a compartment that I did not know. And so hearing the stories of somebody incarcerated is like, is this real life? Is this really, really happening in the world?
Yeah, it's sad. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that one. Okay, I'll get on that one after I finish The Secret Lives of Trees again.
Yeah, let's deep dive The Secret Lives of Trees. And you guys, if you've read any of his books, they're fantastic. Frederick Backman, I'm in the middle of, my friends, and whoa.
Shelly, you need something light. Flowers in the Attic is not light.
No, that destroyed me. And I was like, oh, I need something light. So I did Told You So. And then I was so irate. I was like, you entitled little TikTok princess. Go get your purse. Okay.
Get your bag and not your
Get your
purse.
bag. Get your bag. It's like,
I love it when people say colloquialism's wrong.
I know. And I do all the time. I do. I'm horrible about it.
It's
Yeah.
like George Bush. Me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on me again. I don't know. He said something so wrong. I was like, what? No.
I think he said, shame on me. And then just said, fool me twice, shame on you.
Yeah, he did it wrong. We used to have an old principal that would do things like that. She always said, like, when cats fly, instead of I was like, okay.
I mess all those up, so I don't even try.
It's really funny. Like when you said, I'm such a troll for you. I was like, that's not a good thing. Oh, I thought it was good. I'm like, no, it's when people send mean messages to other people.
Those are all my books.
Wow. Well, we've been busy.
If anybody has an uplifting book, I can't wait for trees. I know trees.
Like the Secret Lives of Trees.
Yeah, that's gonna be my uplifting one.
Well, or make you feel guilty, but you could just like plant a tree or hug a tree, like Colleen Roscoe.
Oh my God, I love trees. Same. I have them all over my house. Those are my one things that I will collect, and I cherish them.
It would be so funny, like with teachers, like I know, Madison
Stacey Underwood.
yeah. Oh yeah, with her and Madison Tipsword, she started the butterfly garden at Silker, and then everybody started giving her butterflies. She was like, no, I don't want all this. And then Katie Daly had owls, and then she started everybody would give her an owl. So I think somebody gave some good advice. Don't tell them you're into like cash or
Yeah.
Or Starbucks or Apple products or whatever. Don't tell them you're into like a tchotchke.
Yeah. I would like to collect
trees.
Flights to foreign. I would like to collect opportunities.
Miles. Send me your miles.
Nice hotels.
Yes. Yeah, something you can use.
Yes.
Maybe you could plant trees. That way.
I would like to collect seats on your private jet.
Yes. All right. Well, I love you, and I will be seeing you soon. So
Texas.
Yeehaw.